In today's video, we're going to be learning how to achieve this beautiful, simple blouse you're seeing right here on the screen. The picture in the center was my inspiration, why I made these two on both sides. So you can see I made the same outfit using different fabric. This was not intentional. What happened was I firstly filmed the one with Ankara. You get, after filming the one with Ankara here, I wanted to edit the video so I could post it on YouTube, but I noticed none recorded. Like everything was just tiring. It was so annoying. I got so. In fact, I was so paranoid. Like I didn't even know what else to do. After filming everything that day, I did not rest because I made about three outfits for some of my clients. So I said to use my last energy to film this tutorial. So after filming everything, I logged inside my phone just to edit my videos so I could post on YouTube, and I couldn't find anything. I was mad, like I even cried self. But that's by the way. So I said to quickly use another fabric because I know this is temptation, sha, but I overcome. Yeah, even though it really enter my body, no be lie. So I decided to use another fabric to refilm the tutorial. So that's why you see me putting on the same outfit, different fabric. You get. So let me not waste much of your time with my boring story. Let me not waste much of your time. So if this is the first time coming across my video or channel, kindly hit on the subscribe button, turn on notification bell so you always be notified anytime new video drops. So let's dive right into today's tutorial, guys. The fabric I have here is called Lycra crepe. So I fold into two and I want to cut it out directly on the fabric. So while I was doing this, I was filming though, but I said to, because the other one don't show me shaking now, so I was so alert on this one. If I film, I will check if it's still recording or not. So while doing that, I noticed all the chalk I was marking here because I used a yellow color check. So while I was, marking all those things here, I was checking my camera and I noticed none of the check was showing. Okay, it wasn't showing on the camera, but me that is marking it, I'm seeing everything I'm doing. Just that my viewers cannot see it. So I quickly changed to pattern paper. So this is my pattern paper here. I want to take out 6 inch for my off shoulder. You could take out any inch you want for your off shoulder. Mine is 6 inch. So from that point, I came down by 9.5 inch, which will serve as my bust point. Then 12.5 inch is my under bust. The point I marked 15 inch will serve as my waistline, and the full length of my blouse is 21 inch. Everything, both the allowance and everything, yours could be more than that if you want to make it a full blouse. Okay, so after extending this line, I'm going to level bust point, under bust, waistline, and full length. Then I'll cut out the excess remaining. Okay, after that, you're going to mark half of your nipple to nipple. My nipple to nipple is 7 inch, so half of it is supposed to be 3.5, but I marked 4 inch because I already had a stressful day. Okay, I don't want to waste much time, so I marked 4 inch instead. That means I added extra half an inch so that when transferring or cutting on the fabric, I won't be adding half inch for stitching allowance again. On the under bust, I came in by half inch. On the waistline, I came in by half inch. On the full length, I came in by half an inch. So if you are plus size, mark 1 inch, okay? Connect in a straight line like so. On the other side, I'm going to mark 1.5 inch, and I'll mark it on the waistline, the same thing on the full length, 1.5 inch, and I'll connect like so, okay? If you're plus size, mark 2 inch. The next thing I did was to come down from the bust point by 1 inch. Then I'm going to connect from there to my under bust just like this. I'll use free hand to do this, okay? After doing that, I'll tighten the over bust by half inch. Sometimes I mark 1 inch, okay, most of the times actually, but I don't want much curve, so I said to mark half inch on both sides. But if you're plus size, mark 1 inch, okay, instead of the half an inch. So I'll use my free hand to make sure I don't have any pointy on that bust point. Next thing I did was to mark quarter of my bust circumference. I replaced what I have there and also add 1.5 inch for my seam allowance. On the waistline, I marked quarter of my waist circumference. I replaced what I have there, which is 2 inch, and I added 1.5 inch for my seam allowance. On the full length, I marked quarter of my hip circumference. I replaced the dart I have there plus extra 1.5 inch. So I want to now connect all the points. Okay, I have just 3 points, so I'll just connect like so. So after connecting, this was what I had. Okay, so what I did next was to come up on the hem that is on that side. I came up by 1 inch, so I made my curve and I stopped at this that leg. Can you see? So now that I'm done with this, I'm going to cut out the side. Okay, I'll cut the side and also cut out the curve I have there. I'll cut the side and also cut the curve. So I'll place another pattern that is fresh paper to cut the back. So to cut the back, I placed my front pattern. Then I will go ahead and trace the down part. Okay, you trace the down part and also trace the side. After tracing the side, you're going to spot out the waistline, then remove your front pattern. Use your ruler to make a straight line to connect to the other point. So this is my waistline. After that, I'll mark almost 1.5 inch. It's not up to 1.5, almost 1.5 inch for my zip allowance. Once I'm through with that, I'll mark quarter of my bust circumference. Then I have 1.5 here for my seam allowance on the waistline. I'll mark quarter of my waist circumference. I'll mark 1.5 inch for my seam allowance. Then 1 inch is for the dart. Okay. So I want to quickly make the dart. I marked 4 inch, half of my nipple to nipple. I told you guys already that it's 3.5, and I already told you why I added extra half an inch to make it 4. So after running a straight line from that down part, I came up by 3 inch, and I also came down by 2 inch on this other side. I marked half inch on both sides. Then I'm going to use that to make my dart. Okay, I'll just use that to make my dart. Can you see where I stopped and where I started marking my dart? So after that, I'm going to remark again. I have 7 inch for quarter of my waist circumference. The 1 inch for the dart is already there, plus 1.5 inch for my seam allowance. On the full length, I marked quarter of my hip circumference. There's no dart there, so I'll just leave it at 1.5 inch for my seam allowance. After doing that, I'll go ahead and cut it out. That is, I will cut the excess. So on the zipper allowance side, that is on the waistline of the zipper allowance, I came in by half inch. So I'm going to connect it like so. So this will eliminate any form of zipper boldness. Do you get? So after connecting, guys, I went ahead to cut it out. All right, do the same thing on yours. So go ahead, also cut the side. After cutting the side, I will also label as back. Then I'll keep the back pattern aside. Then I'll work on the front pattern. I've already done with the drafting of the front pattern. What I'm doing next is to cut out everything. Okay, so after cutting out the dart, I would label as front. So this is the back and this is the front. I'm done cutting everything. So what I want to do now is transfer them to the actual fabric. So I've already transferred them to the actual fabric, as you can see. So I'll just arrange the front piece, then I'll go ahead and stitch on both sides with half inch. So this is the back. I'll quickly run my dart. You know the dart did not start from the upper part to the end. Okay, so I'll just run my dart. All right, so after running my dart, you can see what I have here. So the next thing I did was to fold the upper part, that is my neckline area, my chest line area, sorry. I folded with half inch, fold like 2 times. Do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so after doing that, you're going to place the right side facing each other like so. Then make a loose stitch to help you secure the zip allowance area. Okay, so I've gone ahead to join the front piece. As you can see, this is what I had after I was done joining. So I want to quickly fold the chest line. I'll just fold the chest line. You fold it into two like this. If you're using Ankara, you can sew with lining, or you work with your bias. Okay, you pipe with your bias if you want. So I've gone ahead to fold everything, both the front and back piece. As you can see, the next thing is to work on the strap. So to work on your strap, quickly place your tape from the shoulder, then mark what you remove for your off shoulder. I removed 6 inch for my off shoulder, so I marked the 6 inch. So I'm going to use that line you see right there as a guide. Okay, so from that line to the point I marked 6 inch, what I had there was 1.5. I did the same thing on the other side. You can see the boat shock showing there. So I will cross my tape round my neck like so. Then I am going to place it exactly on that point, on that boat shock. I'll place it there, and what I have there was 19 inch. Okay, this is how you get the right measurement. Okay, so I have 19 inch there. So if you want to place your strap exactly on the chest line, just cut out whatever inch you will have after measuring. Okay, but for me, I will still go down by 2 inch. Okay, because if I want to place the wrap on the front dress now, I'm going to come down from the chest line by 2 inch. Okay, so the 2 inch, I will multiply it by 2, and that will be 4. Then I'll add the 4 inch to the 19 inch, and I'll have 23 inch. Okay, so if I want to cut the strap now, I'm going to be cutting 23 inch width. Okay, 23 inch width is what I'm going to be cutting on the strap. Okay, so if you place yours exactly on the chest line, it is also fine. For me, I'm going to come down by 2 inch. So from that point, I came down by 2 inch here on both sides. Then I will place my tape again. So I have 23 inch exactly. Can you see? So let's continue. Okay, so this is the strap. I've gone ahead to cut it out and I folded it. So I added extra half an inch to the 23 inch. Remember, it's on a fold, and what I had was 24 inch. Okay, for allowance. The length of the strap is 4 inch. So go ahead and fold into two and make a straight stitch. So I've made my straight stitch. After turning aside right, you can see what I have here. So this is my front piece. I'm going to come down from the chest line. I'll go down by 2 inch. Do the same thing on the other one. Just come down by 2 inch. This is optional. Okay, you can set to place your strap exactly on the chest line if you want. So from that 2 inch, I'll place my strap exactly on that 2 inch. You place your strap. You can see I'm placing it now. So go ahead and place it like so, then pin it down. So after pinning, you are going to have it looking like this. You will have it looking like this. Now place the back piece right sides facing each other like so. Arrange it properly, then go ahead and pin first. You're going to pin the both side. So I've gone ahead to pin the both side, and you can see I have excess. So go ahead and pin the both sides. So if there's any excess, you cut it out. Okay, so I've pinned the both side and I'm cutting out the both excess. So the next thing I want to do now is to take my bust measurement, my waist circumference and hip circumference as well. So I've gone ahead to take my measurement and I stitched from the chest line with 1 inch. Okay, so this is where I'm going to be attaching the zip. You know, I made a loose stitch, so I'm going to loosen it up using my scissors because I want to be attaching the zip. Okay, so you go ahead and loosen it up like so. So let's see what we have in front. So let's see what we have here in front. Like after attaching the strap and shaping the both side, you can see what I have here. Okay, so next thing you want to do now is to hem the down part. You're going to fold into two like so. Head over straight to your sewing machine and stitch. After stitching, add your zip. Okay, so I've gone ahead to stitch and have also attached my zip. You can see what we have here. So this is the Ankara own and this is the flowered crepe I made. Can you see? So guys, after putting on, you can see what we have here. But to be very honest, both are very beautiful, both are fine, but I love the Ankara version. Yeah, I love it very well because it hold and it packaged my boobs. You can see how packaged my breast is. Why this one is packaged though, just that the fabric I used was a little bit light. Can you see? It's not as firm or strong like the Ankara own because this is flowered crepe. Can you see? But I love both actually. I love both. So guys, what do you think about this beautiful dress? I recreated it right? Yeah, I got it right. So guys, if you love this video, kindly hit on the subscribe button to join the family. You can appreciate me by subscribing to this channel. If not for anything, at least for the stress, for my cry baby face, please subscribe because you really need to. Yeah, it reach to subscribe. I'm just begging. I'm not forcing anyone and I'm not commanding as well. Please, I'm begging, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Have a lovely days ahead.